Maybe.
Okay,
Maybe not.
that's a yes. RJ
No,
always
I've
comes
never heard
through
that
with
song.
singing on the show.
We do? I do?
Okay, I'm not going to read this one, but this is what Murray 1210. Hey, look, read.
Okay. Boy, LF Friday, good job. Okay, very nice. Was it because I did a
Very
little?
nice.
I appreciate that.
I'm not a boy, so.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Tell Murray that I said thank you.
Rebecca says you better sing the chorus. So RJ's going to be singing today on the show, hopefully. So tune in, KSAT.com. You know
Just
the
for
drill.
that. Everyone, have a great Friday. Make sure to check us out on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus.
Yes.
Here we go. Yes, in all of your platforms.
Three, two, one.
Wow. Alyssa,
Whoa, that was
snapping to the countdown.
Zoom.
And we had a Zoom.
Happy Friday, you guys.
up,
We
everybody?
made it to the weekend.
Yes, we definitely have. And thanks for being with us on KSAT News Now. Of course, streaming anywhere here on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus. And don't forget to like, rate, subscribe to our podcast wherever you get your audio.
So, to no surprise, these are some of the hashtags trending on Twitter right now. Hashtag Happy Friday, hashtag Friday Feeling,
Okay.
Friday Vibes.
Nice. Yeah.
Friday.
People feeling themselves on the Friday so far. So we asked on our Instagram, what is your favorite thing about Friday?
And
Here
here,
we go.
they are. Let's see them. Can we see them?
We have.
No, we don't. Oh.
We're just reading them, yeah. Beto
And-
Garza says, most people are out of the office, so it makes for a quiet day.
And-
We were just talking about that right now.
Yeah, it's really quiet in here. Usually there's people chatting it up. Not right
it's
now.
a little too quiet.
Art at Art745 says Friday tacos. Heck yes.
I agree with my man Art here.
I think Fridays are the day like for a cheap meal breakfast, you know?
Yeah. And I forgot my lunch today, so I think I'm gonna have to take Art's idea there about getting some tacos here right down the street. What's your favorite thing about Friday?
My favorite thing about Friday that tomorrow's Saturday.
That's good.
I mean, that you have a day,
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like
Everyone's in a good mood. Yeah,
Perhaps.
It's a way to kind of unwind and get ready
Yeah.
for the weekend, for whatever plans you might have out there. I always laugh because one of my buddies always texts me on Friday, and without fail, it's just like, hey man, what you getting into this weekend? Boom, that's the alarm. I know it's Friday.
That's when you know. So,
Yeah.
what's Justin's favorite thing about Friday? Do you call it Friday? Honestly, I don't like calling it Friday, so I don't even know why I
Friday
keep
fun
going
day?
with that.
Friday fun
My
day?
favorite day is Tuesday, actually.
What? You would.
I'm kidding. I'm
You
kidding.
would.
What?
I'm kidding. I like Friday too. Friday's great. You know, when you
You
have
went
That's
into
very
that
on
one
brand
real
for you, though.
confident.
when
Like,
you
I
have
believe
kids,
you.
it's like every day is,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
birthday parties and anyway.
Yeah, very on brand for you though.
Sorry.
Tuesday, Wednesday guy.
Very on brand.
Whatever.
Good morning, Justin.
Good morning. Let's talk.
Okay,
let's
here we
talk
go.
trivia question here. Yesterday was a good one. I liked yesterday's. We had food involved, but today we're going to talk about thunderstorms. What is the scientific name for a thunderstorm cloud? Your choices are cirrocumulus, cumulus, cumulonimbus, or altostratus.
I'm going to go with the
Altostratus.
Okay, because I've had
Sound of
so
that?
much luck so far this week with clouds and rain.
Let's
let's
say
see.
C. Yeah, I know you. I know what you feel about clouds.
You said C?
I said D.
She said D. Alyssa said C.
Okay.
Maybe it is
You know
C.
what? Let's go. I feel like there's a little bit of Latin wordplay here. Maybe I'm totally wrong. A.
You're right about that. These are, yes, Latin. The correct
Oh, I
answer,
thought you
Alyssa
were-
got it right.
Wow.
Cumulonimbus.
What?
One of my favorite clouds, I might add, just like Tuesdays. I like it. Cumulonimbus clouds can begin as cumulus congestus, and then once it grows vertically, it becomes a cumulonimbus cloud. It can contain hail and produce lightning, as we know. Thunderstorms.
We've had a lot of good cloud talk this week.
We have. So next time you go outside and you see a thunderstorm, be like,
Yeah.
hey, cumulonimbus.
Petrichor.
Petrichor.
We got
How
that
are we
this
gonna
week
do
too.
it?
Ozone.
Hey.
Cumulonimbus. That's what I always tell the kids when I do the school
People
talks.
be like, what?
Yeah.
Can fascinate their parents by telling them they saw a cumulonimbus cloud. It's very exciting.
It's a fun
stuff.
word to say.
It is.
It is.
Cumulonimbus.
Very exciting. Okay, let's talk forecast here. Will we get some cumulonimbus clouds today, and what's in the forecast? There is a chance. 20% chance 1 p.m., 2 p.m. We bring it up to 30% chance 3 p.m. Now, I'll tell you, the chances today aren't as good as they were yesterday. We had good, decent downpours around the area. Some people picked up as much of an inch as an inch of rain. Today's probably more on the order of 30%. Temperatures make it up to about 97. And then by this evening, we'll see the rain chances like they did yesterday start to come down some, just a 20 to 10% chance. Once we lose the daytime heating and the radar should become less quiet. Things get a little more interesting this weekend. And here's what we're watching. There's a lot of components to this forecast, but what we're looking at here is the Gulf of Mexico. And there's an area of low pressure now starting to develop just south of New Orleans. Okay, there's a lot of rain out in the Gulf of Mexico, not much here over Texas right now. But the Hurricane Center is actually watching this. Do we need to be worried? No, I don't think so. There's a very small chance of this developing further. And in fact, the more it develops, I think the worse it gets for our rain forecast because it becomes very tightly wound and we may miss out on some of the rain. So let me explain this. Deep moisture associated with that disturbance actually works west into Texas, and that probably happens Saturday into Sunday. As that deep moisture comes in, that's when we could see some heavier rain, but it's going to be mainly south of San Antonio and closer to the coast. So places like Corpus Christi, Port Aransas, this is where we can see some pretty good hefty rainfall totals. And here's how the forecast is looking with our computer model. And this is just one of the models, and they haven't handled this situation terribly well, but this gives us a general idea as we go forward into this afternoon. About a 30% chance of rain, as we said, just some spotty downpours today. And then as we get into tomorrow, it all depends on kind of how that system in the Gulf of Mexico evolves. But by tomorrow morning, just a few clouds, no rain. And as that tropical moisture starts coming onshore, we're going to put in a 40% chance on Saturday. But I do think the better chances will be south and southeast of us, closer to the coast. And then you see that down across our southern counties, this is where we could get some heavy rain, especially as we get into Sunday morning. So these are all things to watch, nothing to get too worried about or think that we're going to get a ton of heavy rain here around San Antonio, because I don't think we will. But if you are down around Corpus Christi, perhaps Laredo, this is where there is a risk for some excessive rainfall or perhaps some flooding rainfall south of town. We'll be keeping an eye on all of this weekend. Meteorologist Sarah Spivey, meteorologist Adam Caskey will be here tonight. They'll be watching this, and we'll certainly keep you updated on the KSAT weather app especially. But 40% chance of some showers and storms Saturday and Sunday. As it stands right now with that heavier rain down to the south, and then just a small chance Monday before things clear out and we heat back up next week. But this is such a far cry from what we've been dealing with all summer long, so it is good to see some changes, although this system or disturbance in the Gulf presents some challenges here in the forecast next couple of days. So bear with us, and we'll let you know.
You know, with this, even though it's a small break, what we've been experiencing these last few days, it makes a difference. I don't have to have my AC running full blast or all day either.
Yeah, and
there's some relief there.
Yeah, it feels really good too. Yesterday, went outside after the rain came down in our area, Justin, and it was really nice. Got a lot of hamburger bun action. Cumulonimbus.
Yes.
Cumulonimbus, petrichor. You could go down the list of stuff. Yeah, here we go.
We were just talking about how you don't remember, and turns out you do.
There you go. Some stuff sticks in there.
What was it again? I was going to say the beans, hamburger buns.
Hamburger buns, yeah.
The droplets are the form of hamburger buns, not Hershey Kisses like you think.
Yeah,
that's right.
Good stuff there. Yeah, thanks again, Justin. Appreciate everything that you do for us here on KSAT News Now. And we're going to start, of course, with our headlines here, and we start in the entertainment world where Anne Heche, the popular actress who has been in a coma since last week after a crash, is not expected to survive, and this is according to her publicist, who released a statement to several media outlets.
Yeah, so Heche crashed her car into an LA home and suffered severe brain injury. She was speeding and drove her car off the road, and that car eventually caught fire.
Authorities said her blood showed signs of impairment, and the crash was being investigated at the moment as a felony. Now, a woman inside the home at the time of the crash also suffered minor injuries.
Heche was a soap opera star in the late 1980s. Before moving on to movies and TV, her spokesperson said that the actress is on life support and wanted to donate her organs. So, I mean, that's shocking to hear. A lot of people were upset, obviously, of how this all happened, and then to know that she will not survive.
Yeah.
It must be very tough for her family.
Yeah, and if you're watching us on the visual platforms, you could see that obviously this caused a huge incident there in the LA area. Now, there's been a lot of people that have obviously been sharing their tributes about Anne Heche, and she had 2 sons. And she was also, I remember, just kind of, she was with Ellen DeGeneres too for a while. So she's definitely been in pop culture and in the scene for a long time now. So a lot of people sharing their thoughts and condolences as we got that news last night.
All right, moving on to other news. Days later, the question still stands: what were federal agents looking for inside former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home?
Well, all eyes are on the possible release of the warrant that authorized the raid after the Department of Justice filed a motion to unseal that search warrant.
And Trump is not pushing back. He's actually on board. He released a statement last night on his social media platform saying, quote, "Not only will I not oppose the release of the documents, I'm going to take it a step further by encouraging the immediate release of those documents," end quote.
Yeah, and according to the Washington Post, the classified documents recovered during the search are related to nuclear weapons, but Trump said that that was all a hoax.
Trump's legal team has until this afternoon to formally respond to the Justice Department's filing. So, I mean, it's one thing to post something on social media, in this case a statement. It's another to actually do the legal route of that. So again, his team has until this afternoon.
And it's my understanding that he even announced yesterday saying that, you know what, just go ahead and release all this stuff. But there were other people saying that, the fact that we're dealing with nuclear, confidential information, how does the president take that with him after leaving the White House? So there's still a lot of questions here that need to be answered for this investigation.
Absolutely. And back here at home, sky-high temperatures, we were talking about it earlier, and sky-high energy bills. We are definitely all dealing with the effects of not only the record-breaking heat, but here in San Antonio, the increased rate for CPS customers. So we want to know how you're dealing with the cost.
All right, how much more have you paid this summer in electricity bills? Has inflation affected the way that you prepare for paying for your utility bill, or how are you conserving energy in this heat? So we want to know all the answers, your responses to these questions. We've launched a 5-question survey, and it's live right now on our website, ksat.com.
And in case you missed it, yesterday's headline was the city of San Antonio getting more money back this fiscal year from CPS Energy than it expected. So it's considering giving $50 million back to customers.
And it would be a rebate of about $31 per customer and would only apply to your October bill.
So that's still being discussed on what's going to happen. But again, we want to know the effects that this is having on you and your family and how y'all plan your budget. So KSAT.com is the place for that survey there.
Yeah, and obviously something that we are diving into and just trying to get enough people's here to share their, their opinions on this. Obviously, this is something that all of us dealing with. It's a little bit of sticker shock when you see that electricity
I know.
bill.
I will say that once I was reading that story this morning, I logged into my CPS account, and sure enough, I needed to pay my bill. And one of the questions on that survey is, has your bill increased? If so, by how much? And so, of course, I went back on my history to see, and there definitely has been a significant increase. And that's because I personally have been getting emails from CPS saying that in my area and the style of my home that I'm one of the most conservative users.
Okay.
I think I've come up on number 2, and I'm like, if my bill is still that high, I can't imagine. And yesterday at the city council meeting, some of the council members were saying that some of their constituents just cannot afford to turn on their AC. It's just not possible. So they may have access, but there's not enough money for it. Yeah,
absolutely, something that a lot of us are going through at the moment. Okay, I don't know why you asked me to do this stuff. Maybe I'll get a breakfast taco out of this. Okay, but here we go. I'm gonna do a little singing here. Okay, ready? Stand by, everybody. All right. He's so lucky, he's a star, but he runs into military bases without permission. That's not how the line goes.
Okay, if you didn't catch on to that, that was a Britney Spears Lucky reference. All because Lucky the dog, he's a senior golden retriever who left his home without notice and was found wandering casually through Joint Base San Antonio Lackland Air Force Base.
Very lucky dog in this case, because good news, he was reunited with his owner. Lucky's adventure lasted nearly 2 hours. So from the time that Animal Care Services picked him up to the time that he was reunited with his owner.
Yeah, now ACS is using Lucky as an example of why all pets should be microchipped. Lucky did have a microchip. The owner, when he was first contacted, he was confused. He was like, no, he's here at home. What do you mean? But later shouted on the phone, honey, someone let the dog out. And they were able to be reunited.
Yeah, I love that. I love that there. And great news there that it's seen from the photos that ACS posted on their Facebook page that, you know what, Lucky, he may have been away from the home for a little bit, but he was having a good time there with those service personnel. And he is a very, very handsome looking dog there for sure.
Yeah, I know, he's very well groomed.
This is nice.
Yeah, that's what the ACS employee said on the phone. He's like, it's a very beautiful, well-groomed dog. Like, you sure you're not missing him? So the dog was not gone long enough for the family to notice, but thankfully in this case, he was in good hands.
And Lucky's a star now.
And RJ sang Lucky for us.
I'm gonna do that.
That was really
what?
good.
A song that I had not heard in a long time. But thanks for probably keeping that in my head for the rest of the day.
I did play it after that story. I did go in the morning, and I was. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Good times. 90s, right? Or is it early 2000s?
Oh, man, yeah, 2000s-ish, I would say.
2000s.
Yeah. Okay,
good times.
Those were the days, yeah. All right, so we heard from Justin earlier that it's going to get a little bit of rain, but hey, you know what? If you're planning a barbecue cook-off this week, then guess what? San Antonio, definitely the spot, because we are the official barbecue capital of the country after the Alamo City was recognized for having the best barbecue in the entire United States.
Man.
Very excited about that.
I mean, I knew Texas, I would say
That's
that
true.
Texas
Don't mess
is
with Texas
king,
barbecue. Yeah.
But other states say they have it under their belt. But anyways, a website named Clever listed San Antonio as the best barbecue city in the U.S. And it's beating out major cities like Nashville, Kansas City, and yes, also Dallas, and Austin, which came in second place.
Yeah, Austin came in second place. Dallas was a little bit, I think like Dallas was 10th, and then Houston 18th. So these are the top 50 barbecue cities in the country.
I wouldn't consider Dallas a barbecue like hub or anything like that. No.
Yeah. I think for sure Austin and San Antonio. Yeah, it's one of those things we always go back and forth.
Place? Is it Frank's or the one
Franklin's.
that people Franklin's, the one that everybody lines up at, including former President Barack Obama? Right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm not. I didn't know that, but okay. Shout out to Franklin's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this case, the site Clever looked at how many barbecue spots are within a part of town. They also looked at online reviews like Yelp and Google, and how many big barbecue competitions are in the city. And it turns out that, yeah, we have a lot of them, because who doesn't like a good old-fashioned barbecue cook-off, baby? Let's go.
Are you much of a barbecuer? Like weekends?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Much of it, yes. Very much a barbecue eater. Very much a barbecue person. Yeah.
I'm very much an encourager of my father doing a barbecue so I can participate at the table.
Absolutely. Yeah. And actually, our director today, Robert Flowers.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Flowers out there. He's a barbecue aficionado.
He's saying really because he doesn't want to be mentioned, but here we are. You are mentioned.
Well, we were at the cook-off, remember, before
Yeah.
the rodeo?
Yeah.
And man, all that stuff was really, really good. The stuff that we were able to sample. Just a
Oh, it's
little
good.
taste. A little taste.
And barbecuing is always just fun. I
Yeah.
think that's why people like doing it. You know, it's a gathering.
Yeah, get to hang out. Get to hang out with the friends, family, and just go queue up a couple of good things there. So
I
yeah,
did a
check out.
quick Google search for you. It was back in 2014 when former President Obama skipped the line
Okay.
to dine at Franklin's Barbecue.
Yeah. Have you ever eaten at Franklin's?
No, I have not.
Okay. I've never actually stood in line to do that, but I've had.
Did you skip the line too?
No, I did not
Oh.
skip the line. I'm sorry, I don't have that type of status, despite my awesome singing of Britney Spears songs. No, I actually had a friend. He picked up some stuff and brought it to us. It was
Okay.
part of a bachelor party that I was at, so it was a nice
cool.
little treat there. Yeah, 2M though here, Smoke Shack, some of the like nice spots here. Definitely check out barbecue wise.
All right, you guys, before we leave, I do want to remind you, KSAT is hosting the first ever KSAT Pigskin Classic. It's going to be an all-day event. It's at the end of August, and you can also have a chance to hang out with RJ and I because we'll be at the VIP party. So you
We're
can buy
gonna be doing it big.
those tickets.
Yeah, we're going to be doing it big. This is the suite at the Alamo Dome, the insider party. So make sure you go to our website to get those tickets, and also go to also Las Palapas is selling them too for the first ever KSAT Pigskin Classic. Really excited about that coming up. And you know what? I was reading your mind a little bit because I was going to mention football starts this
beat you
weekend.
to it. Oh, yeah,
Cowboys,
Saturday.
Broncos
Yes.
tomorrow night.
Let's go.
We're not going to see Dak, but you know what? We skip
That's okay.
football. That's exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're back to it.
Preseason, baby. Let's
Happy
go.
Friday, you guys. Have a safe weekend, and we'll see you Monday at 11 a.m.